Hi, it's Laurel Dietz from Millennial Legal Coaching, and I'm here with Amy Robertson. Amy, tell us about your business.
Hi, Laurel. Yeah, it's my practice name is Amy Robertson Mediation Services, and I primarily focus on family, divorce, and workplace mediation services in Victoria, BC.
Great. So I've spoken a lot about mediation before on my videos. Can you tell us what the benefits are of using a trained family mediator?
Well, I think there are many benefits, but to really boil it down, I think, saving time, saving cost, having the support of somebody that understands all the decisions you need to make, while also recognizing the value of keeping relationships as intact as possible and child-focused. Those are some of the biggest benefits. And also controlling the outcome. There needs to be some mutual satisfaction. And so who better than mom or dad to reorganize the family? And we can also get more creative at the mediation table, which increases the likelihood of people coming up with decisions that work for them.
So you're saying, as opposed to like going to court, it's much better if mom and dad are making the decisions, or the two spouses are making decisions together, rather than having some judge, who I can confirm will look at your case for a very short period of time before having to make a decision.
Absolutely. It's much better to keep the decision-making power in mom and dad's hand versus a third party that does not understand or know your family or care about your family as much as you do.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all locked inside because of COVID-19 right now. So what does that look like for your business and mediation?
So for my practice, face-to-face mediation is no longer an option at this time. And so people that are wanting to mediate are agreeing to participate in an online mediation.
Okay, so how can you walk me through what that actually looks like versus what you might do if you were in person?
So I'm trying to walk it through, I guess, from a client perspective. So I'm doing some things on my end that are different, but the process is going to largely be similar for clients that do it online. So they're going to probably call or email me, and we're going to talk a bit. We'll set up still our individual private confidential pre-meeting. And instead of coming to my office to do it, we're going to do it using video conferencing. And the same thing, the joint session will be scheduled. We will all still participate, as in both parents, myself, but we're going to be doing it online. And then we're going to tailor it based on their unique circumstance. And that is no different from face-to-face. Some people want shorter sessions with a bit of time in between. Some people want one longer session. Today, I'm finding with COVID, people don't necessarily have the bandwidth for longer sessions. There's kids at home. They're busy maybe with other projects. And so, we're just doing shorter, more frequent sessions to make it work.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. So, but just back to what the online mediation. So when you're meeting online via Zoom. So you'll have on the screen, you'll have, let's say mom, dad, and yourself, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And are you finding, are you able to loop in lawyers if the parties decide they want to mediate with lawyers?
Yes. Yeah. And I've set up, you can have separate breakout rooms. And so I can either speak with mom or dad privately. If counsel is participating, I can speak with the lawyer separately, or I can break out and let the counsel and, if the mom or the dad speak with their lawyer separately, the same way. And so we have access to these kind of virtual private conference rooms, which is no different than us meeting separately in a face-to-face mediation. So we have that ability to break out and come back in, and lawyers can participate. And I have done some with lawyers participating.
Okay, great. So here's a question that I get a lot from clients who are considering mediation. So they're going to mediation. They like the idea of using mediation because the mediator is going to kind of guide them through what they need to discuss. And so they don't have to know in advance what they need to discuss. But what happens at the end? How are their agreements documented?
That's a good question and a good point that I'm going to help guide them through so they don't need to worry about what they don't know. But as I'm part of managing the process and supporting these spouses or former spouses in their decision making is I'm also capturing points of agreements made along the way. And so for myself, I'm capturing them at the end in a memorandum of understanding. And then all of us go through page by page, line by line, and there's complete clarity on what they're agreeing to. And that's what really streamlines and makes the process efficient, is that there isn't going to be disagreements about what they've agreed to. They've both gone through it and understood and are in agreement.
Okay, awesome. So have you found that mediations via Zoom are effective?
The short answer is yes, they largely are. There are some nuances and certain characteristics that make it even better for mediation and things that are a little trickier. But, you know, in today, I've been actually helping quite a few families over this COVID period online, and it has largely been very effective. There are sometimes a few technical frustrations, but they're usually minor, and we're getting the work done that people would like to see done.
Okay, that's really good to hear. How can people contact you if they're considering an online mediation?
Well, my website's probably the easiest, victoriamediation.com, and then that's got my phone number and my email, or there's an online form as well. So that's got all my contact information, and a lot of people like to give me a call or an email.
Okay, well, that's really helpful. Thank you for joining us today, Amy, and I'm sure we'll have a few people who will be contacting you soon.
Thank you, Laurel.